that instant moment, you feel something, and after you let it go, you understand certain things because I've been in the game. Sometimes you can be, you'll be warming up. A midfielder will be on the bench. For tactical reasons, the coach will say, okay, I need a midfielder. And he will go, and then you will still be warming.
But Ekuban is a striker.
Yes, he's a striker. We have different qualities. Maybe he needs that quality there.
But he asked you to warm up.
Yes, he asked me to warm up. Maybe, okay, I called Ekuban with me. Maybe I went alone. And maybe if you tell him to come warm up too, you might not know. But for that moment, I called Ekuban to warm with me. So maybe he saw the two. He analyzed qualities and like what he needs. And then he put Ekuban.
Did you ask him why?
I didn't ask him why.
Why?
I didn't want to. I've never interfered in any coach's decision. I never do that. Maybe the coach might be protecting you. I don't know. Sometimes things happen. Maybe sometimes you might not be in his plans. But me, I chose that one. I know I wasn't in his plans.
Knowing that,
knowing that I wasn't in his plans. I was just waiting for that opportunity. I might get the opportunity. You understand? Juan Mata was not in Mourinho's plans when he was in Manchester United. But there were some games he needed him. He played a couple of games under Mourinho, but it doesn't mean he was in Mourinho's plans. You know, so there are certain things. With my experience, I've seen all these things. So I won't go and question a coach.
But do you regret going?
Regret going?
For the tournament?
No. No, because if I say I regret going, I've disrespected disrespected the president. He took a phone, called me, gone. Like I have to forget everything. Like everything had to go. There are a lot of people who called me.
But you didn't get enough playing time.
Yes, that is why I say it's a coach decision. You know, the fans have their opinion. They know what I can do. At the end of the day, the coach will make a decision. The fans will object to certain things. And in our local language, now say it's normal. You witness some. You know, so he is the one on the field. He knows what he sees. So I have no, I can't do anything about it. But what I will say is, I wasn't in his plans, and I stick to it.
Well, so you were a captain for some time.
Yeah.
And now you're general captain, which both of us are trying to understand. Maybe by the end of the interview, we will. Do you feel you enjoyed your reign as captain?
Never. I didn't enjoy it at all.
Why not?
And I should have been the person who should have enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it.
When you say you should have been the person, what do you mean?
Yeah. For what I've done for the country. It's something that is there. The records are there. You know, the way people see me. I don't want to blow my own horns, but there are certain things you need to address it. I'm so humble, despite everything. In my position, there are some people, even football players, even tell me, if we had quarter of what you have, nobody will even speak to me. They tell me. You understand? But I try to do everything. I'm the one cracking jokes in the camp. I'm the one doing all the silly things for people to just laugh. I come so low. If people even see me, everybody's level. People even see me and they will say, hey, you cry, why? If I was like you, nobody will even talk to you. They even say it too. And I'll say, this is how God created me. I can even choose to be like that. 2 minutes I will change. Because that is not how God created me. You understand? So,
how would you have enjoyed it? If you want to say, do you enjoy your reign? Like,
because since being the captain today, Captain C, today, captain has done this. Today, people are fighting over captain. Today, that. Sometimes, you know, even my 50th goal, I scored my 50th goal. I had my picture on my armband, it became an issue. And we've seen a lot of captains who had their faces and their families on their handband. Instead of we focusing on my 50th goal, incredible achievement. Instead of we celebrating that, we focused on that. Why? You understand? Sometimes I sit down and I'm like, what is going on? The person has scored his 50th goal. Instead of us to celebrate, Rooney scored his own. Look at. But me, they say, hey, he put his face on his captain. And that is what people were focusing on. There are a lot of things happening. And we all know it. You understand? So I feel like now.
Well, it's 29 minutes past 9 here. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy FM. Asama, let me ask this. I've asked this before, but let me ask again. Have you been given the credit that you deserve?
That was why I said everybody has his opinion, but the majority itself appreciate me a lot. That was why I said the negative things circulate. It's very, very strong, like the negative stuff. Very, very strong. Sometimes when somebody says negative stuff about somebody, you might think, everybody, but as I said, when I go on the street, when I'm around, the love people show me, sometimes I even ask myself, hey, what is going on here? The same people are saying this, and now the people are coming to take pictures and saying, don't mind them. Somebody say, don't mind what they are saying. You don't mind what they are saying. Who are saying?
But they are saying it.
Yes. You understand? So I will take the positive part, and I'll be happy with it. When you go home, you say the negative stuff behind me, but I'll enjoy the positive part. Sometimes I do see the negative part also, but that was why I said the majority appreciate me a lot.
But who are the people who didn't make you enjoy the captaincy?
We all see it. There are a lot of things going around. It's normal, it's natural. I don't want to address things, but we all see. Haven't you heard about captaincy issue before?
No, I've heard it before.
So, this is what is going on.
So the people who discussed it, was it the players, was it the media, was it the management,
Sometimes it comes from the media. Sometimes it comes from the people who try to create controversy, they try to create rivalry. You understand? And when the past captains, nobody even said anything about them. When Stephen Appiah was the captain, he had strong people behind him. And it's normal they say he was the best captain. I've heard it before. Because he had strong people around him that time. Richard Kiste was there. Otoado was there. Michael Essien was there. Sule Muntari was there. Richard Kingston was there. Otoado. John Mensah. Strong players at that time. Were there. Stephen Appiah even didn't make decisions. I was there. I was the one scoring goals that time when they were there. You understand? So if you have strong people around you, definitely. But this is the time we are here. We are building a young team. Somebody who wants to achieve something. A young player coming up. He is scared to say something. Yes, they'll take him out. Because they are scared to say something. But Stephen Appiah's time, there were strong people who were saying things. A minister was in, they would tell him in his face. There were strong people at that time. But this, my generation, they are coming out. There are young players coming up. They are scared. They are scared to say something. Because if he says something, and then maybe you look at him and you'll be scared. So they are going to take me out from the team. No. So this is the situation. You understand?
So that's why you had some of the problems you had.
Yeah.
Your players didn't stand up for you.
Some. And it's a normal thing. I don't blame players. It's a normal thing.
But you see, some of them are still very respected in the team.
Of course.
And some of them have very solid positions in the team.
Great.
But they didn't speak up either.
There are players who speak. They speak.
Like who?
Just play? No, I won't mention them. But we have players who are in the team that speak.
Have they ever spoken for you?
But that is what I'm saying. That generation, you see them by yourself. You understand?
That's why I'm asking. Has Dede ever spoken for you?
Who?
Dede.
Andre? Yeah, he speaks. We all speak together.
I mean, has he spoken up for you before?
For me, no. We all speak in front of the dignitaries, like ministers. That we all speak together. But I don't know what goes on behind.
What you saw Kingston and the others do for Appiah, did they ever done for you?
That time, meetings were held. These are not perfect. You go on a field, maybe sometimes tactically you go wrong, you get it wrong. Sometimes you get it right. When you get it right, people will acknowledge you for that. When you get it wrong, people will criticize you.
Is that what happened? Did he get it wrong?
He's a human being. He makes mistakes. Sometimes, yeah, we see it. Okay, this one didn't work. I'm a football player, I see it. When I go and I don't do well, coach sees it. Hey, baby, this one you didn't do well. Do it like this. It's a normal thing. He's not perfect. Sometimes he cannot say he got everything right. Yeah, of course he got something wrong. He got certain things wrong, which we all see. If I don't say it, I'm a hypocrite.
But is that why we left the AFCON?
No.
What went wrong?
Sometimes you can even have your worst game, you win a game. You know, in football, there are so many things happening in football. 2010, we didn't play that well. All the games we didn't play that well. The game that we played so well was in the final and we lost against Egypt in 2010. You know, so all these things, it happens.
Okay, we've moved a bit to the AFCON now, and if you just tuned in, the voice you heard needs no introduction. Asamoah Gyan is our guest here on the Super Morning Show. It's 18 minutes past 9, and we'll be taking your questions. Okay, this one says, good morning, Daniel. You see the kind of captain we have. Massa, this guy is humble. I know his family. I know this family, not today. I think that's what you want to say. The brother Bafo Jan was my mate and my best friend from junior high, and even a brother. Asamoah, go high, a great asset to the nation. Papansa Teshinungwa Estates. All right. Ask Asamoah Gyan about his promise to play for Kotoko before retirement.
Yeah, I've said it. Yeah, I'll play for Kotoko. I've said it. I have to wear the shirt.
You have to wear the shirt?
Yeah, I have to wear the shirt.
Come on, Pema.
I'll pay me back, Charlie.
Interesting. You're still out with the Super Morning Show. Okay, so we're talking about the AFCON. What went wrong?
I would say, as I said, it's the best camp I've ever been in my 16 years career in the national team. The president spoke to us before leaving. He delivered everything, what he had to do. Everything we asked for, he did it. So, there's no excuses. There is no excuses. We went there to win a tournament, and it didn't happen. We have to blame ourselves, technical team, the whole playing body. You have to blame ourselves. We were on the field where we know whatever we asked for, they did it. Everything went well behind the scene. That was why I said it has been the best camps. Facilities, everything we asked for.
What did you ask for?
Facilities. Like sometimes we go and we sleep in hotels in the past. You know, we asked for it. We want this. We want this. They made sure everything was done. They made sure everything was done for us. That one, I will say it. Everything was in order.
Your bonuses were paid.
Everything was in order. Everything.
Info.
Everything was in order. They did everything they could. Everything we asked for, they did it.
So why? Why didn't we?
We went on the field. There are other opponents who wants to win. Sometimes we get tactical, like wrong things. It's normal in football. One has to win.
You see, do you think the captain thing contributed?
No. That was no. That didn't affect anything. The captain thing didn't affect anything.
You came on very late in some of the games. Do you think you could have made a difference?
I think so. But as I said earlier, the coach makes his decision, and that was why I said I wasn't in his plans. If I was in his plans for what I've done for this country against Guinea-Bissau 2-0, and I didn't come on, Asamoah Gyan didn't come on 2-0 against Guinea-Bissau, I'm not in his plans.
You should have come on.
Before I had to be injected before playing. You understand? That is how I understood things. You know, when I was in my prime playing consistently, I have to even feel the game. When I'm even on the bench, I have to feel the game. You understand? This is the situation we are leading. 2-0. I feel like maybe if I'm in a coach plan, although football is collectively, but sometimes you see, so this guy wants to achieve something also. 10th tournament, scoring is 10th in 10 consecutive tournaments. Sometimes you need to help the player also. Let me help him achieve this. Sometimes. That was why I said I wasn't in his plan.